Old Redditors, what's a must-know story of Reddit new users should know?
The guy who got drunk and did an AMA asking himself his own questions in the comments, then answering them himself.
The saga of /creepshots, and how a student recognized his substitute teacher posting upskirts of teenaged classmates.
Not really a story, but an epic comment thread, nonetheless. How did you take that picture?
The what's the worst thing someone has said you during sex, talk dirty to me attempt edit, typo.
When a Redditor asked for help because the language on their screen changed to Spanish. And everyone replied to it in Spanish. Then OP's update was hilarious update, so I wake up this morning to about 1,500 replies in my inbox that I cannot read. And then I run them through Google Translator and most of them say stuff like the dog is in my pants and where is the library? Thanks, Reddit.
There was this girl from the Solomon Islands. Used to live in a tiny village or settlement, on a small island there. Used to get around on canoes, and live in primitive little self-made huts. She'd sometimes go to Brisbane, where I think she had studied or visited a while. She just showed all of us what island life was like, removed from modern conveniences of restaurants, supermarkets, cars and stress. I loved seeing her photos and reading about her life there. Does anyone else remember this girl from the Solomon Islands?
R/trees and R/marijuana enthusiasts are swapped. If you have a question about your oak tree, R/trees will tell you how to smoke it, while R/marijuana enthusiasts will tell you how to nurture it. It is completely worth being subbed to both, just for the crossover posts.
I can't believe everyone forgot about MTG but Sky. That was the highest upvoted post on Reddit for a while. Idiot, here you go.
The time James Corden did a Reddit AMA and just got blasted in the comments for literal hours.
The guy who dreamed an entire life and a lamp ruined it all.
The guy who wanted to leave his wife who posted to r/relationship advice, but was worried about how she'd react. Reddit told him to stop being a pussy, so he told her it was over, then she killed both their kids.
I'd say, test post, please ignore, I'm a very old Redditor, this isn't my first account, and I remember this post fondly. At the time it had 10k upvotes I think, and back then that was unheard of.
The guy who tried heroin, I think, and documented his journey from non-addict to addict to recovery. There's also the post-it note guy who kept finding post-its in his apartment. Edit, kind people in replies of this comment might have linked.
The lady that owned a wedding cake store and secretly only used boxed cake mix from the grocery in all her cakes. IRC, she said she hated making cakes, but loved decorating them, and everyone seemed to like the cakes anyway. She still updates the post last I checked.
The woman whose mother accidentally killed her daughter because she didn't believe that the little girl's coconut allergy was real.
It's not that old, but the story of how Ellen Pao was head of Reddit and lost her job in 2015. That was the time period when Reddit went from mostly free-range community to business-curated social media outlet. A lot of people see the 2014 into 2016 timeframe as the death of old Reddit.
I'm disappointed that no one mentioned the really big sub sandwich story. It was an AITA post about a guy who brought a very large sub to a party, wedding, or some shit, ate the whole thing, everyone went TF off on him. It was one of my favorites, but I just searched for it and couldn't find it, sad face.
If you find an old safe in your house, you must get into it and show us. At all cost.
If there's ever a bombing attack, don't assume Reddit will solve the case.
My favorite was the guy throwing his steak at the window and getting caught by his wife's boss, and then the wife followed up with a post of her own. Another one I've never been able to find was a guy who was drunk/high and he yelled out of his window happy fucking birthday. Really aggressively, and scared her. The comment underneath said bake her a cake to say sorry. The comment underneath said right on it, I'm really fucking sorry. I was crying laughing at that one and I've never been able to find it since. Sorry, I don't know how to link.
A sense of pride and accomplishment. It is the most downvoted comment of all time, and it was made by an EA rep.
Kevin. The student that never stood a chance.
Swamps of Dagoba edit, thanks for the shinies, glad we're all suffering together.
Get a carbon monoxide detector.
It wasn't that long ago, but, when Rick got rickrolled.
The guy whose very special brother loves this one specific Tonka truck from the 90s. It was a fire and rescue truck and his family finds them on eBay, and buys him one every Christmas, and it's the only thing B loves, and OP couldn't find one anywhere and came to Reddit to ask if anyone had one in an attic or old toy box. Everyone was so helpful and the post was just a beautiful internet moment.
Poop knife.
Didn't see Uniden or Jackdaws mentioned yet. Here's the thing.
The coconut.
Today you, tomorrow me, and Swamps of Dagoba.